The UK will be the first member state to leave the European Union, so Brexit is uncharted territory, both legally and politically. Article 50 of the Treaty of the European Union outlines the process of leaving and mentions three things. First, the timeframe. The UK will need to notify member states sitting in the European Council of its intention to leave, otherwise known as triggering Article 50. Then the negotiation clock starts ticking, as the UK and the EU will have 2 years to negotiate this withdrawal agreement, unless both parties agree to extend talks. Second, the format. The EU and the UK will have to negotiate a high number of policy areas pertaining to the UK's membership of the EU, including settling any outstanding liabilities, for example, whether the UK should and how much it should contribute to the EU budget. Thirdly, the agreement. The agreement will need to be approved by a majority of member states sitting in the European Council with the consent of the European Parliament. The final deal will also be voted in the UK Parliament. What is still unclear is whether this withdrawal agreement will cover the future deal between the UK and the EU, for example in terms of trade and security cooperation. This might be covered by a separate agreement which would require the approval of all member states with the consent of the European Parliament and possibly even national and regional parliaments. This might be a lengthy process and extremely tricky, therefore a transitional arrangement may be necessary, although how this will work in practice is yet unclear.